Good morning, guys. I hope that this Easter Saturday finds you all wrapped up doing whatever the heck you want to do today. I'm bringing you a video and letting you know, blah, 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 I just woke up, my tongue is tied. What's going on in the campaign that we're doing? We're switching to 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Chris and Kevin discussed it last Sunday for those who were there, and they've discussed it further over the week, and we're making the switch. For Kevin, the Dungeon Master, this means that the whole host of online tools available to make a more immersive experience for us, like mood music and maps, is he can now use, and he can create and do whatever the heck he chooses. Because it's not there for Pathfinder, unfortunately. And for us players, we now have a system that's designed for roleplay. So if you guys YouTube Critical Role, and I recommend just watch half an hour of it, you're going to see roleplay. These guys don't worry about the rules. 5th edition is designed for that. Pathfinder's designed for the World of Warcraft player, which is, I'm not insulting them, I played that a long time ago, but that's what it's designed for, a very crunchy numbers feel. 5th edition is very rules light, it's very simple, it's meant for the new player, it's meant for fantasy role play, so you can really act out those childlike dreams that still exist inside all of us. So that's why we're switching. Now, as per Chris's instructions, we needed to find a good tool to create a character, and it had to be free. So we're going to go with D&D Beyond. This is hands down the best character creation tool I have ever seen. It's the official one of Wizards of the Coast, and it's the one all the big guys like on Critical Role use. This is what you're looking at when you're playing the game. This is old school. This is new. This makes use of technology and tabs. This lets you know what everything does. This is like almost like looking at, this is Apple Macintosh, this is Commodore 64. Macintosh 64. New, streamlined, you know where things are. And let's say you're playing the game and you're a new player and you have no idea what Danger Sense is because you created your character 2 weeks ago. You click on it, it tells you. Here, what magic items do I have? Where is this guy's magic items? Oh, right there. Boom. Manage. They're right there. Well, what does the Decanter of Endless Water do? It lists it. And this is what you're playing with. It doesn't convert you to this, and then you have to click back to this. It is really an amazing tool. In character creation, the video after this one is going to be a YouTube video of how to create a character. You're going to see it is so simple. It's actually fun to create a character now. It's not a chore. Let's compare it to this one last time. Where is this guy's magic items? Even if I show you the magic item, or the item list, you don't know where to really look. You don't know what's magical. Well, I'm going to tell you let's go to, where's this guy? Elven Chain is a magic item. What does Elven Chain do? You have no idea. This one, what does the Decanter of Endless Water do? It tells you. And where is this guy's magic items? Right there. So that's why we're going to D&D Beyond. It is going to make the experience so much easier and more fun for us. How do you get a D&D Beyond account? Go to dndbeyond.com. That's DND, not D&D. And then when you're there, create a Twitch account, because they're going to ask you to do that. It's free, takes 2 minutes. And then on the other side of that, you're going to be given this host of tools. However, a lot of the content is paid for. Fortunately, I've already paid for the core stuff, so just shoot me a message, and I'm going to send you a link. Click on the link, you're added to my group, and once in my group, you get access to all of my content for free. So it is completely free for you guys. You don't have to pay a cent. The next video will show you exactly how to create a character, so I'm not going to really focus on that. You're going to be given lots of options. I just want to click on this briefly because it's going to be useful for instruction. So eventually you're going to end up with this. Before you get here, all three of you guys, Chris, Andy, and Nicole, you're going to notice that you can't exactly create your old character, and that might actually hurt a bit. I know for me, there is no summoner. And like everyone else who plays this game, you get a bit attached to these characters because you put so much emotion and thought into them. And fortunately for you guys, unlike my character, because there's nothing even remotely close to the summoner, and kind of thank God, it's a silly class. It's stupidly overpowered. But for you three, there are classes, even though the ninja and the samurai and the oracle do not exist in 5th edition. For Chris, I would humbly recommend when you get to the class, you select Cleric and go the Divine Domain of Life. It is the best healer in the game. It gives you access to heals that no one else has. And so I figured that's kind of what you play. All of you guys would select for your race variant human, because this is going to give you the free proficiency and free feat, which is what you guys are used to from Pathfinder. For Nicole, the ninja doesn't exist. I would recommend the rogue. And then when you bump your level up to level 4 and then manage your hit points, so it's the same as what you have right now, at level 3, you're going to see roguish archetype. So for just like Chris at level 1 had the divine domain he had to choose, and the divine domain of life allows him to recreate his character from Pathfinder, for you, I would humbly recommend you choose Thief. This is the closest rules-wise to the ninja you're used to. It allows you to do backflips and then in midair do a ninja star, land, draw both your swords, and stab the guy in front of you. That is what the Thief does. A very slippery shadow in the dark. Assassin, you might think that sounds like what you're used to. This is more of the charismatic assassin, not Assassin's Creed assassin. This is the one that will be in the King's Ball and poison everybody and disappear and no one even knew he was there. That is what they're thinking with assassin. So I would recommend Thief. Yoshi, there is no samurai. However, I would humbly recommend you choose for class Fighter. The Fighter, and then if you go with 2 hand weapon mastery, and so right here, you're going to, at level 1, you're going to see fighting style. If you choose 2 hand weapon mastery or great weapon master, whatever it is, it will allow you to do a lot of damage with your great weapon, which I believe is what you were doing. Because you did crazy damage that last fight with 1 hit. Even though it was a crit, it was still crazy damage. And so I figured that's very similar to what you're doing. You're used to very efficient, big damage strokes. If you throw on lighter armor, you'll still be agile, you'll still be able to do what you do as a samurai, like use your bow and be crazy accurate. And then to get your character even closer to what you had back in Pathfinder, I would humbly recommend you at level 3, you choose, just as Nicole would choose the roguish archetype, you're going to see martial archetype. I would humbly recommend you choose either brute or champion. Both of them are about single target damage. So the brute just adds a d4 per hit. The champion allows you to critical on 19 and 20. And both of them get more abilities as you level up. But those are the 2 that are the closest to what you had as a samurai. So all 3 of you guys, those are my humble recommendations to capture the flavor of what you're used to. Make those selections and you'll have a character very similar to what you had. So it does not feel like your old character died and some new upstart is standing in his place or her place. Finally, items. There's been an overhaul to the common items. The common items that we got at level 1 from Chris are still the same. There's still bedrolls and backpacks and rations, however you want to pronounce it. For the weapons, they got rid of a lot of the fancy weapons. There's no punching daggers or wakizashis or katanas anymore. What Wizards of the Coast asks is that players put down the mundane version of it and then use their imagination, because it doesn't really matter what's written on your sheet, it's what is in our imagination. So Nicole, I would humbly recommend when you get to your equipment, you're going to see starting equipment up here. I would recommend, and actually I'll just show you guys, so you click on equipment, rapier, and then short sword, and then just say the rapier is a katana, and the short sword is a wakizashi. And or if you want to go short bow with quiver of 20 arrows, just say those are your ninja stars. Even though it says short bow, 20 arrows, they're ninja stars. And then rapier, forget that it says rapier, it's a katana. For you, Yoshi, you're going to have a bunch of options because you're a fighter. I would recommend greatsword, and then just say that it's either a 2-handed katana or a mesurami or a mesamoon, all of which samurais used. And then for your secondary weapon, I would recommend a short sword and just say it's a wakizashi. And that's what I would. Then you also have the option for longbow. There is no composite longbow in 5th edition, so just choose longbow. Finally, for Chris, all of your items are pretty much the same since you didn't have any. Your magic items are what were the big change for you. So when you're adding your magic items, your 1 magic item of the Healing Hands does not exist in 5th edition anymore. Your other one of +2 to Wisdom is now a legendary item that would cost 150,000 gold. So if Kevin's cool with you still having it, awesome, you can still equip it. But as for the other one, just refund the gold. So you go back up to like 10,000 gold or whatever. Anyways, guys, that's everything. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Any questions, please just ask. It is very straightforward, and the next video will include how to create a character. Peace out.